matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly when that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this. Back to throw, it's Flowers. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 35. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside. Defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The snap sets up the throw. Got a man, it's Hawkins. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gibson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Touchdown Seminoles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Florida State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Flowers. He'll take a deep shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Turns it on in midfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Noles will line it up on first and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
On the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Swings it out to the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. Follow the blocker. The offensive... Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eye.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his man, it's Farrell. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Seminoles are on the move. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Finally brought down, but what a play, not... The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. There he goes! And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the tap. Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Running behind that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him... Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the option. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Valentine. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. That thing would... Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.